But I digress, y'all. Let's go on to the next subject. Christy, what do we got?
So since we're just on politics right now, I Donald Trump lost his
It's crazy.
lost his right to his 2A. He
Christy,
is
I
now
said, Christy, oh no, I said, damn, that fool was packing. Trump was packing, y'all. Bang, bang.
Twin blasters in this bleed.
and when I posted it on Instagram, that everybody was kind of saying the same thing. Like he never has to pack anybody anyway because he, is always around. But that's not the point. It's a point that, I'm sorry, people might disagree with me about this, but I think nonviolent felons absolutely should not be considered as the same thing that somebody that does an armed robbery or commits a heinous act of unaliving somebody. And yeah, they stripped it from him.
Damn.
And
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'll go ahead. I'm going to put a poll up in a minute, but go ahead, sis. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there were pictures that showed him holding like a something that somebody had gave to him. I can't even say these. I hate that we're so restricted. I can't even say long words on here. But something that somebody gave to him that meant a lot to him, and I mean he's not allowed to ever possess one again.
Oh, there he is. There he is with the Old Faithful.
Ooh, oh, holy.
Up, y'all. Damn. There you got some freaking. That's the old Andrew Jackson right there, y'all.
That game. We need to put a musket in the game. Oh, put a musket along with a one-shot kill musket. Ooh, hold up.
We got some good ideas for the game, y'all. Liberty Dragons game, but there's Trump with the Old Faithful. I'm going to put a poll up, though. I'm going to say something real quick. I don't think, and of course, this is because Trump, got, charged with 34 Fs. Shout out to Boss Don Bigavale, the realist. But I don't think nobody should lose their rights of owning their FAs, should I say. I gotta be careful. I don't think that's right. I think we are given our rights by God. And the Constitution is basically saying that those are our rights, and you can't just take them away. I'm against them. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care what you did. Those are your rights, and you should be able to defend yourself, your property, and your family by all means necessary. I gotta be careful about words. But I think, especially if you go to prison or you do your sentence, if you get out, they should be automatically reinstated. But at the same time, I don't believe they should ever be taken whatsoever. Your thoughts, Lib, and I'm gonna make a poll right now. Should people's 2A rights be taken away whatsoever, or something along the lines? Go ahead, Lib. Should a 2A ever be taken away from anybody?
If it's a violent criminal, yeah. Honestly, hell yeah.
Okay. All right, Christy, your thoughts. Your thoughts. Go ahead.
I'm going to kind of agree with Lib on this one because you think about these young thugs in Chicago that strays are hitting innocent children and stuff like that. Absolutely. I don't think they should ever have access again. If it would have said, do you think nonviolent offenses should be allowed to own, then I would say absolutely, forever. I'm sorry, somebody going in and stealing baby formula and it going over a certain amount or whatever they have to do to survive, in this economy, and catching a felony for it is completely different than somebody that's out trying to do harm.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's her opinion. I'm gonna look at the poll in a minute, but like I said, I don't think the 2A should be taken away no matter. I'm gonna tell you right. I don't want to call me absolutist, extreme. I don't know what the word is. I don't even want to say it here, but I don't think no one's 2A should be taken away from them no matter what they do. I think it's our right given to us by God to protect our family, property, and livelihood and lives. And I don't think the 2A, no matter what, like I said, what you do should be taken away at all. Should not be infringed whatsoever. So my boy Trump, y'all, they took Old Faithful away from him. And, sad time in America because let's be honest, y'all, what's next? Are they going to arrest the boss Don Bigavale? Is he going to go to prison, right? Is he going to come out with a teardrop tattoo, wearing a hairnet and super buff? I mean, I don't know. And let's be honest, we all think he's not going to get put in prison. We don't know what's going to happen at this point, y'all. Anything's possible. If he gets locked up, it's going to be I'm going to be quiet my words, but it's not looking too good if that happens. But I wouldn't doubt that he would get locked up. Christy, do you think that Trump would even go to prison at all? Real quick before we move on to the next subject.
I'm sorry, did you
I
say
said,
something? Like,
I,
did you ask me?
I said, do you think that Trump will be locked up at all?
I think that they're absolutely going to do everything in their power to make sure that happens. I know that personally for me, I'm voting for a felon in 2024, but I think that they're going to do whatever they can. Hopefully he doesn't. I don't know. I just know that, that a problem that I've had with DeSantis for a long, long time, to find out the hand he's played in these red flag laws and all of that, it's pretty alarming. Whenever you put the poll up, I had to answer the way that you wrote the poll, and I put no, that they should never be taken away. I explained my answer of what I said, but I don't agree with these red flag laws. I don't agree with any of this. So, yeah, I think our Constitution and our freedoms were written for a reason, and there weren't exceptions put in those. And I don't think that our government should be allowed to put exceptions into them.
Amen. And add up the numbers. Should 2A rights ever be taken away? Nope. 80% say no. 20% say yes. So they got Trump, y'all. It's not looking too good for him. Well, they done took his rights away. It freaking sucks. Then I always wonder too, how do you roll around with security? Because if a police officer, from my understanding, if you're in the car with somebody and they have something on them, right, to protect, themselves, they can charge you as well, especially in Texas. I've heard stories of husbands that are felons riding with their wives, vice versa, but really the husbands riding with the wives and in the pistolas in the car, and the woman, has even concealed permit, right? Concealed carry. And
Yep.
they can charge the husband or the man that doesn't even have it on their body, with possession of that said firearm.
I don't know.
I've seen.
I don't know how that works. Yeah, I
I've
don't know
seen
how
it
that
happen.
works with well, I'm saying with law enforcement and them being deputized and all of that. I don't know how that works with security for somebody like that, because, I don't know how that works. That's a really good question. I'd like to know the answer to it, though. How does that work?
Well, I'm pretty sure he will. I would think he's gonna be able to have protection or hire said security guards that are licensed. I don't know. Like I said, in Texas, I just know you got to be careful running around with something on you that your wife has, even in her name, and then there you are with the F on your record, and they pull you up, and then they pull you over and pull you out and put you in the Bing with Leroy. You know what I mean? Live your thoughts.
Yeah, and felons. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go
You're
ahead.
good.
Go ahead.
I would say, I actually, upon further examination, I'd probably modify it just a little bit. Really, I would say a probation period, like normal. You know what I'm saying? I think, because you made a good point. Once you serve your time, you've served your time and you've done your contribution, what you needed to, what you've been ordered by the court to serve. And after the probation period, you should really get it back. You know what I mean? Because it's saying you served your due to society, right? But I guess I'm really thinking of a probationary period and maybe some checkups, because let's think about it. There are a lot of instances where there's some real violent criminals and they're just thugs and they're just out for blood. And you kind of want to have a system where you're not enabling these kind of people, and you have a probationary period. So I would say, all in all, for life, that's just, you can't ever do that. But for a probationary period, I think that's reasonable, especially for violent felons. You know what I mean? If they're violent, they held up a bank, they shot somebody, attempted murder, try to kill unalive a Capitol official, anything like that.
Be careful. Yeah, be careful with that M word.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shout out Donnie. Donnie says, "I bet Hunter doesn't lose his rights."
I bet not either.
On the comments, someone said, "I'd rather be caught with it than caught without it." I feel that, though, for real.
Absolutely.